Alright guys, welcome to 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. After finish AI the Somnium files, I figured why not do a fresh start with 999, you know? I want to read the text out loud for you guys and make it like a audiobook or something. Of course, I want to have Japanese spoken language. Cursor speed, I'm gonna do it fast. I'm gonna. Ooh, it's actually saying Nonary games. I'm gonna turn up the voice and the BGM to like half. 60%. This should be all right. Let's get this started. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go. This game is fiction. All names, characters, and incidents portrayed. There are 2 modes of play, novel and adventure. Alright. A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. As they adjusted to the light, he realized that... Whoa. What? Why did his auto skip? With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air. His balance lost, and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on. Junpei tumbled down to the cold, gray floor. I really like the voice acting. Originally, this game was released on Nintendo DS, and not 3DS, but the old one. Probably like 11 years ago, and there was no voice acting. It was just beeping.
そ、ダメだ、全然抜けない。たく、何なんだよこの腕輪は。ここは一体どこなんだ。なんで俺はこんなところにいる。なぜだ。一体何があったって言うんだ。バカ。この窓、これってまさかここは船の中なのか。暗くて何も見えねえな。せめて外の様子が分かれば。え？
おう。
おい、マジかよ。何なんだよこれは。何なんだよこれは。おい、誰かいないのか。いたら返事をしてくれ。水がもうこんなところにまで。
He actually said water is not stopping coming in.
暑いぞ。とにかくどうにかしてこの部屋を出ないと。
Seek a way out. All right, let's solve some puzzles. Third class cabin. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you're restricted to an area. You go search around to uncover how to unlock the door. There are items and hints in the room that will help you escape. Use the cursor to select the location you find suspicious to search the room. Use L1 or R1 to walk around the room. Left stick controls. Move the left stick during escape to use the cursor. Press square to speed up the movement. Okay. Press X to search where the cursor is placed. Alright. That thing looks suspicious. Alright. About items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Pressing triangle will take you to the item screen. And alrighty. It's 4 triangles. Alright. Investigate with an item. The item visible in the lower left is the item currently in hand. Okay, it's like a bag system. When you close the item screen, the last selected item will be in hand. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. Try switching out items in hand and search different places. Press up to quickly change between items. Alright. Picture? There's no picture frame. There's a picture of a ship in it. Screws keeping the back on. Okay, so I need a screwdriver or something? Doesn't seem like anything on the sink. Alright, bulletin board. Nothing to it. The water keeps coming in. And... alright. Well, let's see if there's anything in here. Key? Yeah, there's a little blue key in the bottom of this pot. Odd. Small blue key. Alright, we got a key. Door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here was that easy to open. Oh, screwdriver. There we go. So we should combine this with the frame. Here's a picture. Picture of an old cruiser liner. Cruise liner. Oh. Oh, wait. How can I... oh, there we go. So... in that picture, we have 7, 4, 6, and 3, right? 7, 4, 6, 3. Oh man, I probably need a notepad or something. 7463. All right, let me just remember it on top of my mind while the coffee is still in effect. All right, let's go. Combining items. Select combine on the item screen to combine two items. I think this is a little bit too late to say, since I already combined two items. If the two items can be combined, you will receive a new item. If they cannot, then nothing will happen. Try out different combinations of items you find in your search. A screwdriver, huh? Wonder why that's here. Alright. Okay. Wait, I have a blue key. This is a red box. Alright, how about... I can keep looking till the cows come home. All I'm gonna find up here is that pillow. Damn it! Isn't there anything else I can use? Alright, let's see. So, blue key? Oh, it recycles this. No dice, it's locked tight. Let's see if there's anything in the keyhole. Alright, let's see what happens if I put this blue key in the keyhole. And nothing. I guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial. Minigames. During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several minigames. All the operations for the minigames are done by using left stick and X. Some minigames will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you to apply the right object or touch the right thing. Operation instructions. Touching the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way and then touch the key. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. Okay. Easy enough. I feel like... Damn it. Open, you stupid thing. I don't think it's gonna open if I whack it on the wall a couple times. Might make me feel better. Not gonna help though. Alright, Junpei. Don't freak out. Keep it cool. And look around for some more clues. Alright, I feel like the items. Alright, let's see. What about these pillows? It's pretty flat. Oh, there we go. Memo from bed. Alright, so the code is 0 0 2. So we are looking at the blue shapes, which is a solid square, that's a 0, and hollow triangle, right triangle pointing like left corner, so that's a 2, and then 6, and then 3. So 0 2 6 3. All right, let's go. 0 2 6 3. 0 2. Wait. All right, let's give it another try. 2 6 3. And voila. All right, let's see if these numbers work. A turn of the key, and hey, looks like it's working. Yes. All right, let's open it up. Yes, it opened. Looks like there's something in here. What is this? A file? File screen. If you find any documents or notes during an escape, the information contained in them will be available on the file screen. Press right button to open the file screen. Alright, let's see what's in this file. Digital root. Let's see here. Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single digit number, add the digits to one another. So when you're adding every digit together, That's called a digital sum. So if you end up with something greater than a single digit number, so if you end up with something more than 10, then that you gotta do the digit sum again. So digital root can be also called repeated digital sum. For instance, if you have double digit number on the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place, keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single digit answer. The final digit is your digital root. Example, the digital root of 678 would be 6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 21. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Therefore, the digital root of 678 is 3. And another example, the root of 1234 would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. Therefore, the digital root of 1234 is 1. I see. So I just keep adding numbers until I get a single digit number. Oh, looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards. Huh. A stack of blue key cards. Looks like some key cards. There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, does that mean something? Wait a second. The number we actually entered is 0263. 0263. So the digital root of that is actually 2. I wonder if that means something. Alright, there's a 2. The next code actually is 7485. So that's 6, right? 74, that's 11. And then 85, that's 13. 11 plus 13, that's 24. 2 plus 4, that's 6. So the digital root of that is 6. 2 and 6. Okay. Let's see whether that means something. New material has been added to the file screen. Calculator. Press left to open the calculator screen. The calculator can also calculate a digital root, which will be important to the progression of the story. Alright. Oh, okay. Wait a second. I think there's something over there. Oh, the right key. There we go.
とりあえずこの鍵は持っておくか。なんて顔だ。まるで死人じゃないか。本当に。一体何があったって言うんだ。どうして俺は。確かバイト上がって部屋に帰ってそれからただいまーって返事はなくてもつい言っちゃうんだよな。はあ、今日もよく働いたぜと。ん？風？変だな。窓なんて開けたっけ？別におかしなとこはないよな。やっぱりただの閉め忘れか。誰だお前。力が抜け。
光栄に思うのに、お前は選ばれたのだ。これからお前にはゲームをしてもらう。ノラリーゲーム。生死をかけた運命のゲ
そうだ。そうだよ、あのガスマスクをかぶった男。あいつが俺をこんなところに閉じ込めやがったんだ。あの野郎。いや、まああれじゃ男かどうかもわからなかったけど、あいつは一体。お前は選ばれたのだとか奴は言ってたが、わけがわかんねえよ。目的も何も。
これからお前にはゲームをしてもらう。ノラリーゲーム、生死をかけた運命のゲームだ。
ノナリーゲーム。ノナリーゲームって何なんだよ、クソ。
Alright, we are back in control. Oh, wait. This is pretty confusing. How am I supposed to... Okay. So we need to open that red case. Let's insert the key. Yep, there's a lock on this one too, and it's not opening. Alright, let's stick that red key in here. It's not opening. In fact, it's not doing anything at all. Well, alright, I take that back. I guess I can move the dial now. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh, wait, I can't look at the files. It's 6, right? So it's 8 and 5 over here, I think. I remember that. 11, 13 and 11, I think 4 and 7. Is that so? Wait, what? It only goes to 5. Okay, 7, 4, I guess. Oh, that was kind of lucky. I remembered the digital route, but I didn't remember the specific numbers. But whatever, we did it. Let's go. It's opening, and bunch of cards again. Stack of red key cards. There's a number on each one. 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. All right. So I guess we'll just swipe the key cards over there. These cards with numbers on them. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. All right, let's slide these cards and see if they work. And huh? It's not working? Why? Damn it! No, that's right. I still have cards I haven't used. Shit, I can't get it to do anything with just these red cards. I think I'm gonna need some other colors if I'm gonna get anything out of this thing. Okay. Damn it! Not again! There aren't any more cards in here. I've only got one other hint. Of course! The files. That file said something about a digital route. A digital route. The digital route. Huh. What am I supposed to do with... There's a 5 on that door. Do I have to get a digital route of 5? I'm not really sure about this. Whatever. It's worth a shot. Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me the digital route of 5 through the reader. Operating instructions. Use left stick and X to select 3 cards. The digital route of the selected cards will be displayed. Selecting reset will deselect all currently selected cards. After you've selected 3 cards, use left stick and X to select the device. Alright, so we need a 5. We need a digital root of 5. Okay, 8, 7, that's 15. 15, that's 6. No, we won't get that. How about... Wait, 14. 14. 14, it has a digital root of 5. So 1, 6, and 7. Wait. Press it? There we go. Alright, I think this is gonna work. There we go! That's a new noise. Huh? Did it just unlock? Well, that light was red, and now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now. Time to go. You found it!
助かったのか。よかった。けど便所にでも流された気分だよ。まるで。まあ溺れ死ぬよりはずっとマシだが。ここは通路か。ドアだ。ドアがある。くそ、右通過。じゃあまたこの。よし、開くぞ。なんだよ、ここは本当に船の中なのか。
Alright, I'm wondering what's the adventure screen is gonna look like. Oh. Junpei couldn't help but wonder. Oh, wait. So, it's actually different. I'm gonna do this. I think there are hidden text than the adventure screen. So I'm gonna do this. The water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggested that yes, he was.
いや、そうだよな。
As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved towards the stairs.
やっぱりここは船の。ちょっと待て。巨大な水の塊が押し寄せてきている。逃げないと。
Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran toward the tremendous staircase in front of him.
シデキ。ビデキ。急げ。
As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship.
次がエデキか。
He took the stairs two at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead. Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye.
人が。
He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more.
こんなに。
All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there, staring at one another.
えっと
Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again.
仲間が一人増えたわね。
え踊り子
The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry little more.
違うわよ。それよりあなたも早く。
With no further ceremony, she ran, straight past Junpei and toward the doors behind him.
違うとか言われても
The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. But the others wasted no time, and quickly followed the strange woman.
銀髪
あ
The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering,
仲間こいつがね
なんだよ
別に
Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock of hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
上はダメだ。扉は2枚あるが両方とも開かない。
扉
The next to speak to Junpei was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
だからほらあなたも一緒に来て早く
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified, somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
これで9人かどうやらカードは揃ったみたいだね
What does that mean? Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man had meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him.
えちょっとしまった何なんださっきからライオンみたいなじいさんにピンクの頭の女の子意味のわからない言葉を残していった王子様にと
He turned just in time to see two more people running toward him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man.
あえ
The scrawny one scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
何も言わずに言っちまった
おい、何ボケっと突っ立ってんだ。さっきのおっさんの話聞いてなかったのか。上のフロア A デッキの扉は開かない。だからこのフロア B デッキの扉をこれから調べるんだ。分かったな。
Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way. Thrown off balance by the man and recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running toward.
あっぶねえなあの岩男
There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy, and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The door on the right,
4じゃあ こっちの扉には5。
同じだ。
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself.
俺が閉じ込められてた部屋にも同じように数字の書かれた扉があったんだ。
そうか。
With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver.
私がいた部屋も同じだ。ドアに数字が記されていた。それを開いて通路を抜け、この大階段のある広間へとやってきたんだ。
It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
私も。
俺も同じだ。確かに数字の書かれたドアがあった。
It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all end up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there.
ねえ、そんなことよりも早く。
分かってるよ。
Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running.
開けよ。
He grabbed the hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. However,
ダメだ。びくともしないぜ。
邪魔だ。どけ。
the mountain grabbed the Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared. He took a few steps back, then threw himself at the door. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again.
あの体当たりでもダメなのかよ。何か方法は。
Junpei turned toward door 4. Next to the door on the wall was a small box.
この装置、あの3段ベッドがあった部屋のものと同じだな。ってことはつまり、この扉も施錠されてるってことか。いや、それでも。
He had to check. Junpei grabbed the handle and threw all of his weight onto it. It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he suspected. Junpei punched the door. It did not respond.
他に扉はないのか?
He'd barely finished the thought when the sea deck plate he'd passed on his way up sprang, unbidden to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back toward the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. The quake caught the girl unprepared, and she fell. Moving on instinct, Junpei leaped to catch her. Or so he thought. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. He was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment that seemed to stretch for a very long time, they stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
もしかして俊平君
Junpei. Junpei. I guess Junpei? I don't know. I would say Junpei because it's Junpei. So I'm gonna go with Junpei. Junpei. Whatever. Her words echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
お前もしかして茜か
Why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kurashiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment,
なんだ
何今の声
この声はあのガスマスク男の。
てめえどこにいやがる出てこい
一体私たちをどうするつもりだ
ノナリゲーム
何なんだそいつは
何言ってるの
おいポケットに何か入ってるぞ
俺もだ。
どうやらゼロは全員に同じ手紙を配ったようだな君読んでみてくれないか
船内には数字の書かれた扉が何枚かある。これをナンバリングドアという。今諸君らの目の前にあるのがまさにそれだ。ナンバリングドアを開くには各自に割り振られたバングルナンバーが鍵となる。バングルナンバーの合計数、その数字根が扉に書かれた数と一致した場合のみそれは開く。扉を開いた者だけがその先へと進める。ただし人数制限がある。ナンバリングドアを開くことができるのは3人から5人までだ。当然その先へと進めるのも同じ人数となる。バングルってのはこの腕輪のことか。ゲームの目的はあえて言うまでもないだろう。この船から生きて脱出すること。脱出するための出口は船内のどこかに隠されている。探したまえ9と書かれた扉がそれだ。
最後に制限時間について言っておこう。諸君もすでに気づいているとは思うが、この船は今1912年4月14日多分有名なタイタニック号が氷山に激突してから電車
鐘の音。
階段の踊り場の方から聞こえてきてるみたい。
時計が時を告げているんだ。
鐘の音が9回。9時ってことか。
それも多分午後の9時だ。あの三段ベッドの部屋、窓の向こうは真っ暗で何も。だから今が夜であることは間違いないと思
う。だとするとタイムリミットは明日の午前6時という。
さて、時間だ。ゲームを始めよう。チャークラの健闘を心から言う。
やいてめえ、何様のつもりだ。出てこいこの野郎。
銀髪のやつずっと怒鳴り続けてるな。他のやつらは。わからない。ゼロってのは一体何者なんだ。ノナリーゲーム。何のためにそんなことを。愉快犯的なものなのか、それとも何か別の目的があるのか。そもそもどうしてそんなわけのわからないゲームに俺が選ばれたんだ。他の奴らもそうだ。この8人が選ばれた理由は何だ。そして何よりもどうして茜が。茜とは小学校を卒業して以来一度も会っていない。その茜がどうしてこんなところにいる。偶然なんてことはありえない。必ず意味があるはずだ。彼女がここにいる意味が。
とにかくこのままじっとしていても仕方がない。動こ
う。動く？
ナンバリングドアを開くつもりですか？ちょっと待ちなさいよ。あのゼロとかってやつの言ったことに従うつもり？
違う、そうじゃない。別の道を探しに行こうと言ってるんだ。まだ調べてない場所が残ってるだろ。
調べてない場所？
まだ調べていない場所か。俺以外のみんなは A デッキを調べてきたんだよな。
ああ、焦ってたんで隅々まで完璧にとは言えないかもしれないがな。
だったら先に下のフロアから調べてみよう。どこまで行けるか。まずは降りられるところまで降りてみるのがいいと思う。
異議なしだ。
では行ってみるとしよ
う。うわ
何よこれ、完全に水没しちゃってるじゃないの。
おいおい、このままどんどん水かさが上がってきて全員仲良く溺死なんてのはごめんだぞ。
いや、今のところその心配はなさそうだよ。
The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
ほら、水が流れていないということはどこかでせき止められているんじゃないかな。もしかしたらあのゼロってやつが遠隔操作か何かで水密扉を閉めたのかもしれない。タイムリミットは9時間。ゼロはそう言っていた。ならば逆に言うと9時間は持ちこたえるということに。
それまでは沈まないっていうのか。
あくまでも希望的観測だよ。そうであってくれたらと願ってるのさ。
嫌な話だぜ。
う。しかしここから先に進めないとなると我々の動ける範囲は A デッキから C デッキまでということになるな。
みたいだな。
結論を出す前に残りの C デッキも調べてみようぜ。もしかしたら何か手がかりが見つかるかもしれないだろう。
だな。とりあえず目立つのは大階段の正面にある鉄の扉か。
2枚とも数字は書かれてないのね。認証装置らしきものもついてないみたい。ダメね、鍵がかかってる。
こっちもだ。くそ、どこもかしこも開きやがるね。
おい、こっちだ。階段の裏手にも1枚あったぞ。
ここも開かないか。
こうなりゃ
よっさん手伝え。力ずくというわけか。やってみよう。てやれダメか。
ちょっといきなり暴れないでよ。びっくりするでしょ。
すまん。
しかし二人がかりで体当たりしてびくともしないとは相当に頑丈な作りのようだな。
バカね、考える前に筋肉代理なんて。ほらよく見てみなさいよ。
鍵穴？
そう、他の扉と違ってここは開く方法が分かってるんだから。
鍵ね。
何か文句でも？
いや、ただそう簡単に鍵が見つかるのかと思っただけだ。
Ignoring the tense air between the two, Junpei moved closer to examine the doorknob.
なんだこれ。
Just above it was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounding a dot.
妙なマークがついてるな。何か意味があるのか？
ねえ、こっち。
ん？
Pink
hair was looking at double doors they hadn't examined yet.
こっちも扉か。
扉っていうかエレベーターだよね。これ横に逆三角形のボタンがついてるし。
押してみるか。反応がないな。
電気が来てないんですかね。
もしくはこのドアの横にあるカードリーダーが関係している。ここにも妙なマークがあるな。何なんだろうな。小文字の H の縦棒にマイナスを加えたみたいな記号だが。
Junpei stared at it for a while.
土星のマークですね。占星術なんかで使われるシンボルみたいなものです。
じゃあさっきの扉にあったのは？
あれは太陽のマークだと思います。星のシンボルは A デッキにもあったよね。
そんなもんあっ。
記憶にないわね。
A デッキか。俺はまだ行ったことがないからな。
せっかくだ。もう一度しっかりと調べに行こうじゃないか。
Lion's words urged them on, and they took the stairs up.
ほら、あの階段の両脇に設置された2枚の扉。左側の方にだけ鍵穴がついてるんだけど、そのすぐ上のところに印がついてるの。
あ、本当だ。さっきのやつとどことなく似てる。
これは地球のマークです。横の棒は赤道、縦の棒は四五線を表しています。
Junpei looked up at the ceiling.
あの天井、鉄板か。まるで蓋をするみたいに打ち付けられてるな。
おそらく元はドーム型の天窓でもあったのだろう。
あそこから出られたらいいのにね。
現実を見ろよ。爆薬でも仕掛けない限りぶち破ることは不可能だぜ。
窓も同じか。どれも鉄板で塞がれてる。
There were several windows along both sides of the ship. Or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates.
つまり八方塞がりってことか。
Junpei was not happy. The girl with pink hair spoke up.
正確には3フロアあるから24方塞がりだよ。
Then the mountain spoke.
上下を加えれば26方塞がりだな。
The prince did not agree.
いや、やはり24方塞がりだよ。2つの道はまだ残ってるんだからね。
数字の書かれた扉。
All eyes turned toward the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
ねえ、ちょっと待ってよ。さっきも似たようなこと言ったけど、私は反対よ。
The dancer moved in front of the doors, as if to block them.
あのドアを開くなんて馬鹿げてるわ。それこそ犯人のゼロの思うツボじゃない。
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once.
俺は賛成だ。いつまでもここにいるわけにもいかないしな。
そうだな。私も賛成だ。
私は絶対に反対よ。
とりあえず進んでみるべきなんじゃないの？
何が起きるかわからないし、ここに留まるべきよ。
そんな時間がどこにあるんだよ。8時間30分後にこの船は海の底へと沈むんだぞ。
The clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. Their arguments grew more and more intense until people were shouting and screaming at one another. Okay, I'm gonna stop this right here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Zero Escape, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.